Welcome to the Help Live show, where you can get ideas to help your eco-conscious business grow. And today I'm joined by Jill Roberson. Well done.
Hello.
Well, not well done. Hello.
Well, yeah, I tell you, I've been up since 4:30, so it's quite well done.
yeah. I've been up early as well, gone, and sort of been out for a walk and everything as well. So I should be fresh and ready to go. But Jill Roberson, is it Roberson?
It's Roberson, yeah.
Roberson, sorry, not Robertson.
That's all right.
It's the Eco Queen Extraordinaire, and we are talking about enhancing your eco business in an extraordinary way. So Jill ran eco furnishing business for 10 years. She's also an independent ambassador for Tropic Skincare, and alongside this, and through her Eco Queen Extraordinaire social media channels and blogs, she helps people up the eco in their lives. So we're so excited to have you on the show, Jill.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah, and keen to hear all of your tips and insights. So what would you say, first question is, what would you say are the most common eco swaps that people make?
Cleaning products are quite an easy one. Whether you want to go down the handmade route, which is essentially vinegar, a mixture of vinegar, water and essential oils, try and overpower the vinegar smell, and a bit of bicarb of soda, that always helps, but not everybody wants to go down that route. So there are a lot of brands now that you can pick up. I've recently been using which is KOH. That's not antibacterial though, but it is quite good at shifting muck in the kitchen, so the oven is quite good as an oven cleaner as well. But there's various other ones. There's a company called Ocean Saver that you can find in a lot of supermarkets, and that's essentially a capsule, a water-soluble capsule. So you put it into your own bottle. It tells you how much to fill it up with. It comes with a sticky label that you can stick over the existing label of your bottle, so you can reuse a bottle, and that's really good stuff. Equally, they also sell their own aluminium cleaning bottles, spray heads and whatever. But there's a good range of choices out there for that sort of thing, so that's a really good way of doing it. Eco wise, I haven't bought any new clothes for years. Well, I say years, probably about a year and a half. I haven't bought anything new other than the essentials, because I tend to buy secondhand through charity shops, dress agencies, online, that sort of thing. But as much as anything else, it makes me think twice about whether I actually need to buy something.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is quite good. The classic one is just swapping your browser to Ecosia. I'm having a bit of an argument with my laptop at the moment because somehow or other Yahoo seems to have taken over my computer, and 3 times I've booted it out and put it out as Ecosia, and what surprise, it keeps coming up as Yahoo again. So I'm in a techie battle with that one at the moment. But you can do away with notepads. You can use somebody was recommending to me the other day it's an iPad type, but it's not. It makes you actually feel as if you're writing on paper. Very bizarre. I've got to look into that one. But yeah, toilet paper, kitchen towel, that sort of thing. Those things are relatively easy swaps.
Yeah, fantastic. And would you say that affordability is a feature in their requirements when they ask you to source more eco-friendly products?
Yeah, I mean, if you can illustrate that you can help them save money as well, that's always a bonus. But it is also quite widely accepted that people who are interested in that sort of thing appreciate that quite often the cheapest products, someone, somewhere, or something is paying the price. So whether it's the environment or people who are making it, producing it, as in the workers rather than the company. But yeah, so that can be an element of it, and it used to be, 10 years ago, it was a major part of it. It used to be quite a bit more expensive to buy stuff because the supply chains weren't there, and the technologies weren't there to use the materials in the same way. A lot of the natural materials that are being used now weren't necessarily being used in that way. So it was very much fledgling. When we ran our business, it was I think with hindsight, we were probably about 10 years ahead of the curve. And equally, we were in an issue where we only had 2 or 3 suppliers. So it was quite difficult for you to get the flexibility that you
Yeah,
would need
sure.
in mainstream retailing.
Yeah, and I think as well, it's sort of people don't always look at the long term
No.
lasting of some of these products. You know,
Yeah.
For example, one of the products is, you know, like an eco egg, for example. I mean, that will
Yes.
last forever and ever and ever. I mean, you know, you can get sort of, I can't remember how much, 300 washes from one egg, you know, so it's actually saved you money.
Yeah,
I
but
think
equally,
it's that
I mean,
perception, isn't it?
yeah, I think they were about £12 to start with the egg and the beads.
Yep. Mm.
I mean, I've been using mine easily for probably for about 10 years. Just top up the beads.
Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, I think it's that perception that we've got to get around. So how do you research? You know, where do you research all your product recommendations? Do you have some sort of tools and tips people can use to try and find out?
Yeah, I've through the social media contacts I've got, I've developed some good relationships with people who really hone in on the nitty-gritty stuff. So if I can't, I will do a general internet search, depending on what the people's criteria is, because ultimately some people will say it has to be vegan, it has to be plastic free. So you set your parameters. I mean, plastic free isn't always great, because just because something doesn't come in a plastic bottle doesn't mean to say it doesn't contain some form of liquid plastic,
chemicals
or
and stuff,
toxin within it. So it's just trying to help them realize what the options are, and then research. And there's a huge amount of information out there now in the on the web, and essentially then come back to them with maybe a choice of 3 on each option. Okay. So for example, if I sort of encourage people to either do a little video clip or lay out there, for example, the cleaning products underneath the kitchen sink, what job are they're using them for, and then I would look at finding alternatives for those.
Okay, so this is a service you'll offer to clients as well, so that if they come to you, you can have a consultation, work out where they want to change things, and then how to go about it according to their budget or what's available to them. That's fantastic. And have you seen sort of an increase in business and people asking for these kind of services?
Certainly, people are getting far more. It's bizarrely, having had a couple of lockdowns, we're now in our second now. If people are at home on either working from home, which I think a lot of people are still working at home rather than necessarily on furlough this time round. If they're working from home and they've got family at home, they've actually got the worst of both worlds. They aren't necessarily having access to the childcare they would normally be doing, and they are under pressure to try and do what they're doing, but within the home. And so they're time poor. So they've got all the great intentions, and at the end of the day, you and I both know, you can go down some Duff avenues looking at some of this stuff, what you think is going to be really good, and actually you find either doesn't work, doesn't do what it says, or you find it's been shipped from halfway across the universe, in which case it doesn't quite really tick the boxes for you. So there are far more people asking about it. I've done 2 or 3 small surveys, and then the idea is that you try it for about a month, then we review it, what works, what didn't work, what do we need to tweak, what else do I need to go and find for you, and that's sort of the second stage of the service. Or that was fantastic, let's move on to the next area of our lives.
Fantastic. Oh, great. Well, we're almost out of time. It does go very quickly, but I know there's so much to talk about, so we'll have to get you back on, and also please, anyone with questions and that, pop them below, and then we can come back to you. But you can find Jill at Eco Queen Extraordinaire, and you're all over social media, I believe. So if you've got any, we'll pop your details as well in the post. So you can follow Jill and find out more. And if you do want to sign up for a service, then absolutely, highly recommend that. And you can, find out the easy way rather than spending hours and hours and hours trying to find out yourself.
Think Dirty is a great app if you're looking specifically at trying to get toxin-free cleaning and personal care products. You don't get into trouble searching for it, but it's just Think Dirty, and that gives you a rating from 0 up to 10 as to how toxic some of the ingredients are in a product.
Excellent. That's really good tip. So we'll share some of those in the comments just after the show. But thank you so much, Jill, for joining us.
That's all right.
Really
thank you very much.
To have you on the show. Next week, we will be talking to Mark Hibberts from Persuasive Copywriting, and that is about the business of telling your eco story. So do join us then. Goodbye, and we will see you same time next week. Cheers.
Bye.